Hey there, it's Glenn from Route One here, and hope you've had a great Easter. I wanted to record a little video today to give you a real snapshot into one of the small group sessions we're going to be starting from the 9th of May. We've had a lot of interest in it, and one of the big questions that come up is like, what is that going to look like? And really, what you need to know is that this is one session over a year of programming. So what this session looks like doesn't mean that every other session is going to look like that, and they're going to change dramatically based on what the theme is, what we're working towards. So yeah, I wanted to give you that kind of rundown today. So each kind of session is going to form part of a 4-week sprint that's going to form part of a bigger 12-week block. Okay, it's really important to understand that what we're doing here is we're not just designing workouts to get you sweaty. We're designing a program, right? A year-long program, and we're going to go through different phases in that year that are going to have different themes that are going to kind of really align with generally what people want to do in the seasons of the year. So the intention for this block starting in May is to build muscle and strip fat. It's about getting ready for the summer, right? It's not far away, so we need to start working on that now, all right? So this is what we're going to be doing. So what I want to run with you is every kind of part of it and just tell you kind of what that means and why we're doing it, okay? So the warm-ups with us always start with breath work, okay? We could go and do a massive video on that, but restoring position to your thorax and pelvis and trying to reset you into more of a neutral position at the start of the workout is A, going to mean you move better, and B is going to mean you're going to be able to express more in terms of your strength for that session. Okay, so that's really key. Every session will do that, and we'll know what one you need to do by having a look at you and giving you a little bit of a kind of an assessment there. Okay. Segmented cat-cows are about moving through your spine and creating movement up and down in that whole of your spine. Two-tag bird dogs, great core glute activation exercise. Same with the dead bugs, going to run through them. And then the hip complex is really something I've worked on over the years, is to really work on hip flexion, hip extension, external rotation, the ankles, and internal and external rotation of the hips. It's kind of a flowy kind of movement. But again, it's trying to get those hips moving again if you've been sitting down all day. Russian baby makers, absolutely disgusting exercise, but again, a great way to start mobilizing the hips and getting you ready for squatting. Then we're going to move into lateral lunges, which are more of a frontal plane movement rather than sagittal plane. So sagittal plane, you think, is everything up and down. Frontal plane is left and right. The reason we want to expose you to that is just different movement, right? It's just different movement patterns that are kind of what you come up with in life. We don't spend all of our life in this kind of up and down position. So it's really important we expose you to these different kind of planes of motion as well. And then counterbalance squats are ultimately just the thing that are going to kind of be the icing on the cake to get you ready for the big squat pattern of the day. Then what we're going to do after that is some reactive work. And this is about power, resilience, athleticism, and just getting you ready for the first part of the workout as well. And we're going to keep it simple on this one. We're going to do some squat jumps, right? But the goal with them is to really extend the hips, get as tall as you can, drive through your heels, and you're going to land soft. First few sets, you're going to take your time between those reps, and as we go on, we're going to want you to string those reps together. So the last couple of sets should feel fairly gassy. This is going to take maybe 3 to 5 minutes to do this. And then the way we're going to run all of these sessions is in what we call like timed density blocks, okay? Each one of these is going to have a real theme, and each one of these is going to work towards you moving pretty much consistently throughout that time, okay? What I want to make sure of in each one of these sessions is you're moving. There's not really a chance where you're just resting there, looking at your phone, talking about Instagram, whatever. I don't know what it is. You'll just be chatting maybe, but there's going to be stuff you're going to be doing. So this density block 1 is going to last for 14 minutes. It's our biggest bit of work for the day. And we're going to be doing high reps because this is about building muscle. And building muscle, time under tension, a lot of reps is going to be spicy. So you're going to do a back squat, 12 reps at tempo 2012. So that's 2 seconds down, 0 pause, 1 up, 2 at the top. Once you've done that, minimal rest, go straight into a 3-point dumbbell row each arm. We can work on the left arm first, again with tempo put in there to really maximize what you're getting with that. Tempo is super important to make sure you're getting the most out of these exercises, especially for muscle gain. With the 3-point row, what's really important there is that there's going to be a nice 1 second pause at the top. Something you don't see a lot of, but something that's going to really get you those kind of lats firing up, the big muscles on the back. And then what we're going to do, instead of just resting, we're going to do an active stretch on the front of the chest, okay? Super common. I see people who are desk bound all day, tight at your front of your shoulders here, get super tight. So we're going to stretch that out on the rig. Then, so the idea is 14 minutes. You're going to do as many sets of that as possible. You're going to rest as you need, right? I don't want you to go nuts in it, but I want you to get some decent quality sets in. You want to track and record that weight, and then next week we're going to try and push it even more. Then we're going to move on to density block 2, and this is really about volume, okay? And muscle gain, bodybuilding, hypertrophy, what we call it is about volume. It's like trying to get the reps in, as many as you can. So that 12 minutes, you're going to work through these 4 exercises. 1 and 2 are really the big ones, and then 3 and 4 are mobility, activation, and core work, okay? Romanian deadlift, great exercise for working on the glutes and hamstrings. It's also an easier variation to learn at the front end rather than the conventional deadlift. So we're going to do 10 reps, so a lot with a 3-second going down and a 1-second pause at the bottom. That tempo is going to make it horrible, but again, it's going to get you the results you want. The top-down alternating floor press, great exercise, 12 each arm, so that means 24 total reps. This is brilliant because there's so much core and stability work that has to go into the exercise as well. So it's really awesome exercise. Banded pull-aparts, 20 of them. Again, see everyone coming in the gym, they're hunched forward like that. This is about working on that scapula, restoring great position to the shoulder blades while you're rested. And then we're going to finish on a little plank, right? The RKC plank is a version of the plank that's going to get you shaking after 10 seconds. We're not going to be hanging out there thinking about what we're going to have for lunch. You're going to be hanging out there imagining you're going to take the hardest punch in the world and trying to be as tight and tense as possible in your core. It's super hard exercise to do if you do it right, and we're going to coach you through it. Then lastly, to finish, this is the sweaty bit. This is going to be fun, okay? 3 sets of 60 seconds, max cows, air, bike, or row, quick 10-second transition, then 60 seconds of goblet squats, or maybe air squats with your first time, 10-second transition, then 60 seconds of an incline push-up, and then there's another 10-second transition that isn't there, right? So you can go through that 3 times, minimal rest. Goal here is to keep moving, okay? On those 60-second pieces, we want to see you keep moving that 60 seconds. And if you notice that tempo, there's no pause at the top of the bottom. So what that's going to mean is pump, right? It's going to mean pump. You're going to get pump in the legs, you're going to get pump in the chest and the upper body on those pieces. So by the end of that 3 sets, guarantee you'll be done for the day, okay? And that's pretty much that session. And then if you've got the luxury of hanging around for a bit more, there's always going to be supplementary bonus work in. It's going to take 10 to 15 minutes. You've got time. And this day, we're going to do some push downs to the triceps, some curls to the biceps, and a bit more on the core with some tuck ups. You're going to go through that in any way you want, just getting the reps done, and then we're done for the day. All right. So hopefully that covers it. It gives you a bit of an overview about what these sessions are going to involve. Along with that, this is one snapshot of one workout in that week. There is also going to be aerobic programming for open gym based around where you are in terms of your body composition levels. That's going to be different, okay? There's going to be harder aerobic intervals, then easier aerobic intervals as well. Then lastly is to say with this program, what you're going to get for the first 4 weeks is a specific group nutrition coaching that aligns with where you are right now and what the theme of the block is, okay? So this one is about body composition, right? It's about building muscle, losing fat. So if you're on the higher end of the body fat percentage, we need to get you in a deficit. If you're already pretty shredded where you are, we just want to make sure you're building muscle, you're eating enough protein, and you're good to go to kind of maximize the gains. But either way, we'll have you covered. And then for the rest of that 12-week block, you're going to have the tools there, and you're going to have that kind of base of support to help you maximize what you do in the gym with stuff you're doing outside of the gym. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a bit of a rundown today. If you want any further information, let me know. If you want to get involved and give it a try, if you may, let me know. We can do a trial month. We can just get you up and running and see what you think of it. I'm confident if you want to get fit, get strong, feel good, look good, this is going to be a great fit for you, all right? So take care. Bye.